Herbal gardens provide a variety of plants that are nutrient rich, help us sustain good health, and positively impact and strengthen the community.
We are Holistic Divine Innovations. Our mission is to show innovative, holistic ways of living by teaching self-sustainability through gardening and agriculture, herbalism, and maintaining one's connection to nature. In this global pandemic, we fed hundreds of families by partnering with the Compton Community Garden and by building a community garden in Ridgecrest, California. As we progress, many people wonder, what's next? In 2021, we will be building a herbal Zen garden to help aid individuals across the world through their healing process. To support us in building our herbal Zen garden, visit www.holisticdivineinnovations.org and click the donate button.
Joining us is TemuAsyr Martin Bey and Kiara Adams with the Compton Community Gardens. Greetings.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back.
I'm in trouble hearing you. We were hearing you
All
up
right.
until right now.
Oh, welcome back. We are eager to get an update on the gardens. How are you all? There we go. Gotcha. All right.
Okay.
What are some, can you hear us now? There we go. All right, I got you. We're tuned in.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, we were hearing perfectly fine up until this video started. Okay.
We're welcome back, and we're eager to get an update on how the gardens are doing. So, what are some of the products that the Compton Community Garden offers?
Yeah, so the products and the produce that the garden offers is we just planted some new herbs. We have catnip, blue hyssop. We also planted a bunch of kale, zucchini, cucumber.
Watermelons,
Yes.
squash, tomatoes, more types of mint, more types of lavender. Planted a lot of stuff. Yeah, you planted hundreds of seedlings a couple of weeks ago. So we're excited for the summer.
We are too. Now, since your last visit with us, you've been selling at the market. Can you tell us what varieties are in high demand at this time?
Hmm. Yeah, right now at the market, we're still selling a lot of squash, a lot of kale, and lettuce, especially with this heat. And we also have a lot of mint as well. Those have been doing really great. And we have an edible flower called nasturtium, which is has a nice spice to it. Yeah.
Okay. Tell us more about that edible flower. What is it that you do with an edible flower? Is it something that can go on cakes, or is it something that you can put on salads? What would you use that in? What dishes would you use that in?
Well, you can saute it with greens. You can put the flowers as nice garnishes as well as the actual orange flower. And the video they show it was a big green bush with the orange flower, and that's it. Yeah, it's
That was
very
it.
delicious.
Yes. It's beautiful and also has a little spice to it. So if you want to add, nice color and then also get like a little hint of, a kick, it's a perfect flower to use.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, tell us about your organizational team members and your volunteers. Is the Compton Community Gardens a resource to help educate youth in the community about gardening, or are you strictly just planting and growing vegetables at this time?
Yes, so the Compton Community Garden has really expanded and again revolutionize the way that community gardens are ran. So not only do we plant food and provide organic fresh produce for the community, however, we are also a platform and a resource for people to learn about gardening. So we have our mentor, Dr. Ross, who teaches annual organic gardening classes. We transcribed all of his classes and actually turned it into a textbook. So that textbook is offered on our website where people anywhere in the world can learn how to take care of the soil, how to compost, how to create seedlings, the whole spectrum of gardening.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, along.
And we also created a show called Hood and Healthy, where we filmed it in the garden. So to bring the viewers to a healthier life through self-assessment and self-awareness, and then learning the foundations of food, because we come from a culinary arts background. We have a catering company as well that we work with the Compton Community Garden. So we also provide fine dining, high quality food to our community. And we created a show based upon our many cookbooks and our 15 years of experience of just how to step by step eat healthier, how you can incorporate leafy greens into your daily eating, how you can replace sometimes meat with vegetables, how you can begin to make different smoothies and different beverages. So we can just take conscious, clear steps towards eating healthier. And that's what we specialize in at the garden. And we also have a lot of online classes as well. And we also, like she was saying, we turn it into a platform so that way other people who want to do educational programs can come to the garden. We facilitated a class on fibroids, a class
Mm.
on body scrubs and bath salts, and just different classes. That way we can use this space as best as possible, especially what now where many people don't want to necessarily come out. They want to be able to get the information from, from a safe distance.
That's right. Now, on your show, are you cooking or using the vegetables that are coming from your very own garden?
Yes, we use some vegetables from the garden, and then we also show how we can simplify eating, incorporate fruits, kind of how you just showed earlier of like the do's and the don'ts. So we can just show people just step by step, simple, practical ways in eating healthier. But we definitely maximize and specialize in showing how you can grow food yourself and you can eat food. You can learn how to eat the food you grow from chefs and from master gardeners. And we want to bring it full circle. And that's what it's all about, really being self-sustainable.
Mm. And what are some of the benefits that we can get from the medicinal flowers that you grow?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
some of the benefits you can receive from like the recent plant that we started growing is hyssop. So that's actually very good for the respiratory system. And
Mhm.
as we know, one of the ailments that we're dealing with currently does target the respiratory system. So it's good to have hyssop, marshmallow root, which is also very good for clearing out your lungs, the respiratory system. We have lemon balm, which is one of our favorites as well. Very good to relieve anxiety, help with sleep and insomnia.
Mhm.
The list goes on. We
Yeah.
recently got chamomile as well, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
That also helps with relaxation.
Peppermint is always very good. Peppermint affects your body in so many different ways, opening the airways, helping to relax. Lavender, of course, we know lavender is just the top of herbs and it's very helpful with relaxing, staying calm. Rosemary is very helpful with memory and focus and just dealing with the mind, dealing with stress, dealing with anxiety. Is we definitely use a lot of different herbs. Yeah.
And the great thing that these herbs provide is not only when we take them internally, but also when we use them for aromatherapy. So sometimes when we're working in the garden and we need like a little boost, we'll just pick some rosemary and peppermint to just help boost our focus. All you got to do is smell the herbs and you'll still receive the benefits.
We did that before this segment. Just took some in. Nice.
Smell
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I know that you're growing a whole bunch of herbs and nutrient rich um, plants that will help boost our immunity. When someone comes to purchase your crops or if they make a purchase online, Do you use a dehydration process, for example, to package those plants and goods for your customers?
So we use a natural drying process when we do provide the herbs, such as like in teas or just herbal bundles. So we just wrap up the herbs, hang them upside down, and just let them completely dry out until they're like crispy. And then voila, you have like your dried herbs that are ready to go in your teas. And we also created an informational pamphlet that we actually give out to people as well when they do receive these bundles of herbs. So it teaches you the benefits, how to identify the plant, and also multiple ways to use the plant as well.
Yeah. And we also taught an online class of how to make your own tincture as well. So that way you can learn how to get the most medicine out of the different plants. And we have different varieties of different blends we've created that we already have them dried out and we give away to people as well. So we have certain tincture that we've already pre-packaged and we just give away to people of different blends, lemon balm blend, a sage blend, a rosemary blend, a hibiscus flower blend, a elderberry flower blend, where we already done did the work for you and just here you go.
All right. Now, can you give us that website? How do we reach you to take a look at your online classes, to order herbs, or to donate to the garden?
Yeah. So you can reach us at holisticdivineinnovations.org. That's our website where you can donate. You can reach out to us, let us know what different herb blends you like. Our Facebook is Holistic Divine Innovations, and there you can watch all of our online classes. And on YouTube, if you type in Hood and Healthy, our full series is there. We're also going to film a season 2 of Hood and Healthy, and that one's going to be packed with a lot of phenomenal information. We're in the process of developing that right now. And our Instagram is holistic period divine period innovations period. And those are all great ways you can reach out to us. Our email is holisticdivineinnovations@gmail.com. And we keep it real simple, holistic divine innovations.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us again and providing an update on your
Thank you very
growing
much.
business and gardens. You're welcome. Let's pause for announcements from our sponsors. Coming up, Jessiah Muhammad will talk about his organization, Next Generation Project, and how it's helping the youth. We'll be right back.
Be a part of the force that powers truth in journalism. Go to nnvnews.com/donate.
Worldwide, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Download the Final Call radio app and take us everywhere. On your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also log on to finalcall.com and click the Listen Live button or finalcallradio.com. Final Call Radio, the official voice of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam.
Please share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. Follow us on social media at NNV News, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel at National Network View. I am Jessiah Muhammad with nnvnews.com.
Mentoring programs address the social, emotional, academic, and cultural needs of the youth, especially Black boys, and help to shape the next generation. Joining us to speak more about this and his program is Jessiah Muhammad. Greetings, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. In the name of
Walaikum
Allah, the
salam.
Beneficent, the Most Merciful. I just want to first thank you for allowing me to be on the show. Truly, it's an honor.
Oh, yes, sir.
Just to go jump straight into it, just to give you a little history about Next Generation Project. I co-founded this alongside my brothers. It's 4 of us in total. We met with the mayor in the city of Newark, New Jersey, and we kind of talked about some of the issues that was plaguing young men. And in all honesty, our first interaction, we weren't solid on the idea of doing a mentoring program. Because we were very young. I was like 18. I was fresh out of high school. My oldest brother was 22. And we kind of just said, why not us? And from that moment on, we kind of pushed. And let me more say, we kind of looked at the needs of our people. There's a lot of circumstances that our young people are going through. And just to share with you some numbers, the U.S. Bureau of Census reported that in 2019, approximately 12 million children live in poverty. Poverty is one of the most biggest issues when it comes to our youth. And even beyond that, because our work is more focused and centered in the school system, we had to kind of look at the stats of what was happening in the school system. One of the main issues is chronic absenteeism. From the grades K through 3rd, out of a class of 18,000 in the city of Newark, Advocates of New Jersey reported that 4,000 young people are chronically absent. In high school, they did the same report, and 52% of young people are chronically absent in high school. And some of the issues that we found out were, of course, you see students with special needs who constantly come late to school, students with children, students need jobs, students without parents, and students who are off track from graduating. I'm saying all these circumstances to really get you to understand that when it comes to mentoring, it's not so much as you saying you have a mentoring program, you saying that like a spotlight. You have to really look into like the needs of the people. And since our work was really, it's geared in the city of Newark, but we do work with surrounding areas as well. We had to really address, like, how can Next Generation address these issues? And what is the attraction power of Next Generation Project? When we kind of like just looked at us and what made us different in comparison to other organizations, we're young. And I think that was the highest attraction power. And we come with the teachings, but we spin it. Because the reality is that, we can't just go straight into, oh man, you got this, that, and the third. You got Black man. And, because the reality is they don't even see themselves as that. They don't see themselves, they're dealing with bad role models. There are over 1.7 million Black men missing. And these 1.7 million Black men are incarcerated in the prison system. So, as much as we say that all Black men are in prison, that's not the reality. Some of us are out here in the community, in the streets, but we're not role models for our young men. So those are kind of the things that we not only see, we just step up. We mentor in the middle schools and the high school students, and how we do it depends on how the principals want us. We come up with our curriculum is really simple, to be honest with you. It's not one of those. It's activity based. If it's younger kids, for the older kids, I think they enjoy more conversation. And I don't want to say it's raw, but it's real. It's very real because even like I had 8th grader. Actually, was he in 7th? An 8th grader who had a child in the next few months. So we're dealing with young people that are exposed to so much. So our curriculum is geared on really simple things, but simple things that's expressed in a way to for them to get common sense. Let me better say it like this. All 4 of us had our father in our lives. We come from a stable household. So from 1 years old to 18 years, I had a condensed father figure life lessons that was imbued into me. These guys don't have it at all. I remember one time I asked my students out of a class of 12 who has their father figure in their lives. And out of a class of 12, only 2 kids raised their hands. So I'm saying all that to say that they're not getting the masculine energy that promotes positivity. They're getting, their role models or what they see on the music videos, these rappers, street guys too, to a sense. So we have to attack popular culture, and really we have such great results. We have such great results because not only do we teach them, not only do we spend time with them, not only do we, if they need money, we help them out. On the school system side, we take them to trips, we work with the principal, and we get contracts too.
Right.
We get contracts.
Now, I want
Yes,
to
I'm
ask
sorry.
you, oh, you're fine. I want to ask you, you did talk about how the program started. You also gave us quite a bit of information about the numbers that helped influence why you and your brothers started this program. You service a number of needs, and you mentioned some of those needs already. One of the things that I took a look at, and of course I went to your website, was the fact that you have an educational program. What qualifications need to be met in order to take advantage of this program?
Well, is that on the, are you talking about on the mentor side or the student side?
On the mentor side. So you'll have, I found a couple of things there, but first I wanted to ask you about the educational program. And you spoke about academic just a few moments ago. You did also mention that you mentor the high school and middle school students. So for the educational program, what does that look like? Is there a set of criteria that the students need to meet in order to take advantage of your program? How are the children selected?
Oh, no. It varies. And it depends on what the principal. There's certain things he understands a lot better than we do. Although we're a mentoring program and we know how to address young people, he knows his school better than me. Case point example, for George Washington Carver, those students were selected. But at the same time, as the program evolved throughout the school year, students were added in. As far as the what requirements they look at more per se, they do look at risk youth. They do look at, even though you're not at risk, some students that are exceedable in school, but they are lacking in vision. So we help out with those as well. And yeah, it varies. I'm not going to say it's a specific group, but it can be. It definitely can be. I know so for Weekway High School, yes.
Yeah, it sounds like the schools kind of identify the students that would be good candidates for your program and then recommend that they take advantage of it, and then you mentor from there. Is that a good? Perfect. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, with your mentoring program, you were getting ready to tell me about a certain situation that you have. I wanted to ask you as well, is there was a positive or life-changing experience that one of your mentees had on you?
Oh man, it's so many. For one thing, they're all positive because they're learning experiences for me, and positive in a way that makes me not question why I do this, but fuel it. And at the same time, to those positive results who get accepted to high school. I mean, not get accepted to high school, get accepted to college or on the basketball team. Those are definitely positive, but it's the ones that I guess who don't believe in themselves in the beginning, who through the time with us see something get sparked, and now are on that path. And because the reality, let me also say, the reality is we offer it, we give it to them, and it doesn't necessarily means that this person is going to go on track to be an ultimate success story, because they may have, let's say the class time is 2 hours. They get 2 hours a week with us, 2 hours a day, 2 hours, 4 hours a week, 4, 8, 12, 16, 16 hours a month. There's 24 hours in the day. So out that one day, they only spend 2 hours with me. So those other 22 hours, they go back into the same environment. So we have to be realistic that they are going to go back into a world. But, you know, in the Quran, it says Allah manifests whatever's in your heart. So our aim is to put something in their heart that when their time comes, it get manifested, because life is the biggest situation. It's the biggest teacher. And I'm saying that to say that our Black young men, not only are they going through so much, but, you know, the messenger says, how does it go? Who's at fault, the potter or clay? If I said it correctly.
You did.
And when you look at the mindset of where they're at now, like, you know, I had one young person who just called me like last week who had a mental breakdown. And, you know, I gave him some encouraging words to get him back on track. And, you know, at the end of the call, he was very thankful to me. But he was a part of like one of the first groups that I mentored with, because the reality is they go back into a world that just takes so much from them. So our curriculum and like what we teach is just a reinforcement of the teachings. Case in point, one of the classes we taught was just truth against falsehood. What does it mean to be a truthful person? What does it mean to be a false? What does it mean to be a person in falsehood? Just those simple concepts that if we can just expand on their minds, that it just sinks and marinates. I remember one time that, you know, I had a group of my class students out, and I was talking to them about like Egypt, and I said, man, Jesus is a Black man. And one of the kids looked up at me. He was like, what? Jesus, a Black man? I said, yeah, man. And then when I came back Thursday, he was like, yo, man, I'm still stuck on what you said Tuesday, man. You said Jesus is a Black man, because that's a reinforcement that not only, because in their mindset, they understand that Jesus is the Son of God. So if you see him as a Black man, you seeing God as a Black man. You see God as yourself. And
that's right.
We have to really just examine, you know, we talk about it. We do. We talk about it in the teachings a lot. But do we really get into the mud of how, like, of what the condition of our young people are in? And it is dangerous. I won't lie to you. It is dangerous. Some of my mentors are in the streets. They're in the gangs. But like I said, the word is so truthful. The word is so good for them that it just resonates with their spirit, that over time, they get to love us. It really love, man. Honestly, they'll say to me, no problem. I love you, brother. I love you, big bro. They say I love that N-word. But it's cool though.
Yeah.
It's very
well,
cool.
You can tell just by the enthusiasm that you have in speaking about the program and speaking about the mentees, that this is such a wonderful thing to have in the schools, and the schools are greatly benefiting from just you and your brother's idea to do for self and take charge of the youth in the community and to service them and provide the masculine energy that we very so much need in today's climate. So thank you. And thank you for joining us today. I want to make sure that we have you back so we can get an update on the program. Can you let us know what that website is so that we can donate time, money, goods, things that you need?
And trust and believe, I promise you, if God willing, that next time I come back on the show, if you already say you have me back, I will have some news for you.
Okay.
I'll have so much news for you. Our website is nextgenerationprojectnj.org. You can visit us on Instagram, same name, Next Generation Project NJ. Thank you once again, and truly it was an honor.
Thank you. All right. Thank you for joining us today and tuning into National Network View News. Please share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. Follow us on social media at NNB News, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, NNB News. This is Rosalind Parks For National Network View News, good night.
Be a part of the force that powers truth in journalism. Go to nnvnews.com/donate.